Gentlemen, start your engine.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back again here on a Sunday night. We've missed you these past 2 weeks. Hope everybody had a happy Easter last Sunday. We're coming back live at Watkins Glen for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to you by Savage Edge. And joining me, as always, on Sunday nights is Terry Foster. Terry, how we doing tonight?
Doing great, man. I am glad to be back. I'm at one of my favorite tracks tonight, Watkins Glen. Man, Sam, Dalton Kilroe, last season's winner, does he have it to hold these guys off? Chris Carroll right now showing at a 112. He actually has the fastest lap in that 99 car. Got a lot of action going to go on tonight, I think.
A lot of action indeed. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight, as always in Blazing Pedals, there is no stage cautions. However, only at road courses are we going to be doing a competition caution. And tonight, Terry, when is that coming out?
I think the wheel spin we've done a little earlier. I think 25, we will have a comp caution.
So lap 25, a comp caution will come out. We'll re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off again. And it'll be not a shootout, but a little bit of strategy is going to be needed to be played here tonight, Terry. It's a long race. I think we're doing 60 laps. These guys are going to have to not only manage their tires, manage their fuel as well.
Yeah, on this 2.45 mile track, Sam, road courses, uphill, so that's going to take a little fuel, going downhill, going around turns, slowing down, speeding up constantly. It is definitely going to play a part on this fuel strategy tonight.
And as you said, Chris Carroll and Jamie Walker top of the board right now, fastest out in practice. Now we've seen those two succeed, talking over myself, succeed at the road course we had a couple weeks ago at Sonoma, Terry. So are we going to see a repeat here at Watkins Glen? Practice is showing us yes.
Yeah, practice is definitely showing it. But last season's race, Sam, Jamie Walker actually led the most laps at 29, had car problems, had to leave the race early. And Chris Carroll, he actually was the fastest driver on the track last season. He had a finish of a 6th place, starting second last season.
So we got about 35 seconds left in practice, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to head down trackside for pre-race ceremony. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, please go check out Mullet Music Production on YouTube. Taking a look at the number 3 of Corey Sherman. He's coming around the last 2 corners here at Watkins Glen. Me and Terry were kind of having a debate, I guess you could say, on how many corners are here. There's either 8 or 12, whether you include the bus stop or not. So Corey Sherman coming out of turn 12, down the front straightaway, across the line to start his first flying lap.
Corey Sherman sticking with that black paint scheme on that number 3. Seems to be doing him some good luck here recently, Sam, when he's been running that.
That's very true. Every time he's pulled out this paint scheme, he's finished well. He wasn't that high up on the charts. Remember, Corey Sherman's running that motion rig as well as Jamie Walker. So I'm wondering how that's going to take a toll on these 2 guys here tonight at the Glen.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. I don't know, did Corey have a camera on him tonight?
We're not running in-car cameras tonight. So that being said, I'll announce it here live. We're trying to find another way to do it that we know will work 100% for sure. I got to get with Corey and see how he does his for the shop talk on Monday nights. We'll get those back up and running here very soon.
Yeah, as we still watching Corey Sherman, last year he started 14th, ended 15th, actually dropped a spot last season here at Watkins Glen.
So out of the final turn and down the straightaway for Corey Sherman to complete lap 1. Time should be starting to come in from everybody. There's a lot of drivers out on track. Chris Carroll, top of the board, at 113.13. Corey Sherman's first lap of 114.74. So far, second on the board. More time start to come in.
Brian Dees up to second spot, the 114.5. Wow, that's awesome move out of Brian Dees.
Just making sure the audio is good there, Terry. It looked like the iRacing audio was just a tad bit low.
New driver in the 0, Dustin Ping. He runs up to that second spot with the 113.4. Dustin Ping just started this, the Blazing Pedals season started. This is his first race tonight, so glad to see Dustin out there.
He hung it out a little bit after he came over the hill. Almost tapped the wall, actually, once he came up through that left-hand portion up the hill. He got really close to the right-hand side wall.
He's definitely not leaving nothing behind him, that's for sure, man. He is on that gas.
Jason Bauer, see you out in chat. We saw that pop up. Hopefully you're still in here. There should be a Discord link in the description of the broadcast. You go ahead and jump into the Discord and we'll get you hooked up. Message one of the admins and see if we got a spot opened up.
Kind of look at some other ones there. Mike Hamlin in that 23 in 10th place with a 114.6. Paul Ellis in that 55 running to 115.08. I think, guys, this is all on their first lap, so most of these guys will turn that second lap and see if they get a better time out of it.
Mike Hamlin just finished up his run, jumped up to 5th with a 113.60. Jamie Walker having some issues. Looks like he got loose coming out of, I don't know what exactly that turn is, but it was after he came up the hill there. We aren't road course guys, Terry.
Yeah, I know.
Now, granted, we should know Watkins Glen like the back of our hand, which we probably do. But I ain't counting the corners, are you?
No, sir.
Yeah.
But I'll try to figure it out.
Taking a look at the number 11 of Steven Johnson. And Terry, this is another driver who has kind of been showing some speed here this season. He kind of starts near the back most races, and then he finds his way up near the front. Just strategy or bad luck really hasn't been his, or really hasn't been in his favor, I guess you could say. Good luck isn't in his favor.
Yeah, that 11 car I saw some, matter of fact, last 2 weeks ago at Dover, I believe he got caught up in some stuff there on the track. It really hurt his chances last week, or 2 weeks ago, excuse me.
Going into the final corner and down the front straightaway. He is on his second lap here. He's currently 5th on the charts. Let's see if he can improve.
See Mullet Music out there picking Dave's seats for tonight. The number 14, that limitless Camaro. Dave's seats right now sitting actually on the outside pole with a 1:13.37. Lori Mark, I know I saw him up. Oh, maybe he hasn't went yet. No, Mark has not even turned a lap yet. Oh, there he is on track.
No problem, Jason. See you out there in chat. If there's something wrong, like that link doesn't work, just go ahead and say in the chat real quick and I'll try and get it updated real fast. Should work though.
Right now, actually last season, Mark Arthur got the pole here, finished 5th on the lead lap. So Mark doing pretty good last season.
Mark Arthur right now on his first lap. A 1:14 flat for the number 12 on his first lap. Oh, looks like he's going to wheel hop a little bit going out into turn 1 and been his second lap, Terry. So he's going to have to be happy with the 1:14. That's 10th place.
Yeah, not a good place for that 12 to be turning around right there and messing up his second lap.
Landon Huffman out on track. Starting his qualifying run.
Man, we got a lot of guys that put their times in. That's a good deal.
Only about a minute and 45 seconds left to go here in qualifying. Landon Huffman's one of the last drivers to come out and try and put a lap down. So it looks like we got 3 drivers who did not take a time yet. Looks like John Perkins went out, but I don't know. It's not showing a time for him.
Yeah, him, Phil Van Fleet and Fred Thompson, the 3 that has not taken a single lap as of yet. Landon Huffman goes up to 11th with a 1:14.13. Good run out of that 28. And on the ticker tonight, Sam, I'll go ahead and say it since I'm the one that messed it up. You're going to see my name and you're going to see the Hammer's name up there in the ticker tonight. We accidentally joined as drivers, and well, you have that occasionally.
Also want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, that Dustin Ping, for some odd reason, iRacing is showing him as the number 18, but he is not. He is, in fact, the number 0.
Man, watching Landon, that 28 car come through the messes, Sam. Wow. And Landon's done.
Oh, only 10 seconds left to go here in qualifying, Terry, so it's almost time to get this thing rocking and rolling. Alrighty here, let's see. Ooh, starting it way down there, I guess. Starting on the pole tonight's going to be Chris Carroll in the number 99. Dave Seats to his outside in second. Dustin Ping is going to be rolling off third with Jamie Walker to his outside in fourth. Steven Johnson will be rolling off fifth with Mike Hamlin in sixth. Taylor Butcher Benjamin is going to be starting in seventh with Dalton Kilroe starting in eighth. Andy Polisky is going to be rolling off ninth with Mark Arthur starting in 10th. Landon Huffman is going to be starting in 11th with Ty Morosco starting in 12th. Brian Dees rolling off P13 with Corey Sherman starting in 14th. Derek Paulson is going to be starting 15th. Larry Belder is outside in 16th. Cody Gibson is going to be starting 17th with Paul Ellison in 18th.
Yeah, 64. Josh Ruthford started 19th. Corey Ruthford, brother, started in 20th in that 5 car. Tanner Marr in the 4 will be starting 21st. Rick Thompson starting 22nd. Bandit Sherman in the 8 car starting in the 23rd. Brad Collins in the 22. Coming up on the 24th spot, Sam Lawson in his 24 car will be starting 25th. Joe Alberico in the 83 starting 26th. Donald L. Bennett in the 31 be starting 27th. Phil Van Fleet in the 89 starting 29th. Fred Thompson in the 46 starting 29th. And John Perkins rounding up the field in 30th in that 33 car.
Of course, ignore the last 2 names there, Garrett Rainey and Terry Foster. We know Terry's up here in the booth. He ain't got a car out here. And Garrett's up in the booth as well doing race control here this evening. He's going to have a pretty easy night, Terry.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I think he's... Well, you know what? Remember, we're going to have a caution to lap 25, so everything's going to have to bunch back up. And, if we get a pile up in the middle of the field and nobody can get around, the hammer may actually have to do some work.
So drivers are going to get lined up and get ready to go. We're coming around to get the green flag. Chris Carroll, Dave Seats, row 1. Dustin Ping, newcomer, and Jamie Walker, veteran, row 2. Terry, do you got a pick for tonight?
I do. It's Paul Ellison tonight for me.
Paul Ellison, huh? All right. Let's see here. I'm going down through the list, taking a look, because anything can happen at these road courses.
All right.
And I tell you what, I'm liking that 0 car. I'm going to go with the new guy tonight. I think Dustin Ping might have something for him.
Dustin Ping, again, newcomer in that 0 car. Kind of watch him in practice. He had some good numbers in practice for sure.
It's a long pace lap around here, Terry.
Yes, it is. And this pace lap is, it is 60 mile an hour, but it's a slow 60 mile an hour when you got it right next to somebody this whole lap.
Well, here's another thing we got to point out, Terry, because you saw it happen in practice. Since you brought up pace speed, I want to talk about pit road. Now, these drivers in this league know the rules. You got to stay to the right on pit road. However, this being Watkins Glen, that's going to flip-flop, and you got to stay to the left.
Yeah, I've already caught a few guys coming down pit lane in the right side, so the hammer said he will be watching that pit lane tonight. Pace car dives off.
Pace car down pit road. Chris Carroll's going to lead him down. And the green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Watkins Glen.
Chris Carroll with a nice jump out in front of the 14.
Landon Huffman back there. He's going to make it 3 wide. Kind of shoves Poliski up out of the groove. We're on board with Poliski, and Huffman still, he just gained like 5 positions on that start. Gets way loose, almost contact with the number 41 at Kilrow coming up the hill.
Chris Carroll already getting a nice little lead in front of the 14 and Dave Seats as they're backing him down, shifting him down in the lower gears, hitting these the bus stop here.
Dave Seats, he's actually running Chris Carroll down right now. I know it's only the first lap, but every second's going to count here, especially at a road course. As I say that, you got a battle back here. Steven Johnson, who gets loose coming out of the carousel.
I'm sure the 88 of Walker was watching that too.
Yeah, he was actually to the right side of Jamie there trying to make the pass. They came side by side out of the carousel, and it looked like Johnson just lit the rear tires up a little too much. Lost that position. We're going to complete lap 1 here of 60.
Watching Dave Seats in that 14, he is actually running the same tire tracks as Carroll. That is going to be good for him later on to run him down. As we see Ping kind of drop back from the 14, and now he's trying to catch up with the 0 of Dustin Ping.
Jamie Walker is actually trying to make the pass here on the 0. It looks like everybody a little loose when they come up over that hill there, Terry.
Man, Steven Johnson, he was all over the track once they come up that hill.
Let's go back and take a look. Mark Arthur, he lost the spot there. He's now in 11th. He's got Ty Morosco right behind him, and Morosco's teammate Brian Dees. Brian Dees looks like he's rocking a new paint scheme.
Yeah, I think some of the MFRD guys are.
Right behind Brian Dees is Corey Sherman. Now, everybody's pretty much single filed out right now. We're going to have to bounce around a lot tonight, ladies and gentlemen, just to kind of see where everybody's making passes on track. Right now, everybody's single file, except looked like Mark Arthur stepped out back there. As I say that, Seats, I changed cameras a little too early there. Seats took a peek to the inside of Carroll going down into turn 1. Looks like he wasn't able to get there and lost a lot of momentum now going up the hill.
Yeah, I just happened to click over to. Looked like he was trying to work underneath the 99 of Carroll as they went into 1.
Carroll
getting in the bus stop.
Carroll's now out to a 7/10 lead over Dave Seats. Last time by, Carroll had a 2/10 advantage over Seats. It was a 113.47 to a 113.62, and that 113.47 was the fastest lap of the race thus far.
The Seats is not letting him out of his eyesight, Sam.
He's not, and somebody else. Let's go back and take a look at him again. The 11 is Steven Johnson. He managed to get his way around the 88 of Jamie Walker, and he's now all over the back bumper of this 0 car of Dustin Payne.
I was watching Steven Johnson when he actually made the pass on the 88 car. It kind of looked like the 88 may have moved over for him.
Maybe a little strategy being played by the 88 here tonight. Now, tires, they don't really mean a whole lot, but they do matter here at Watkins Glen. So I'm wondering if Jamie is just kind of riding right now. There's a long way to go. You know you're going to get a caution at lap 25, so just kind of ride right now.
Steven Johnson just got all over the back end of that 0 car of Ping. Ping just said, nope, I want to keep on going.
Going down through the bus stop, and it's awesome to watch these guys go through the bus stop. A lot of these guys up near the front, Terry, they're using pretty much that whole curb on the entry to the bus stop. And Chris Carroll now out to a 8/10 lead over Dave Seats. Dave Seats is hanging right with him, though. So remember, Carroll did win at Sonoma. That was the last road course we went to.
I'm sorry, Sam. I pushed the wrong button here on my computer. Chris Carroll still with a little bit of a lead over Seats. Not a whole lot.
Well, looks like there was maybe a little bit of an incident on the start here, Terry. I'm seeing a 4X. Let's go back and see if we can't take a look. It was between Philip Van Vliet and John Perkins. Looks like, yeah, Perkins might have gotten to the back of Philip there. That was on the start. Now we're going to kind of go down and take a look at these incidents separately, only because it's a road course. Looks like Fred Thompson having some issues. He goes way wide. Dustin Payne got a 1X apparently as well, Terry. Must have went wide somewhere. Yep, right there. You got a
well,
one.
I think, Sam, now when you come off at 2, you can't take it wide out to that runoff anymore. I don't believe you're allowed to do that no more.
Nah, as we're seeing it right now, it's Tanner Marr. He also overshot it just a little bit, and it gave him a 1X for that. Seeing Brian D's got a 2X somewhere. Oh, Brian D's actually looped it in the bus stop, Terry. And Corey Sherman did a heck of a job to avoid him. Let's take another look at that. So he comes out into the bus stop, and it looks like he hits that curb just right and goes around. And yeah, Corey Sherman doing a good job to avoid it, and Derek Paulson the same. I mean, he was right behind him when that happened.
Yeah, it looks like D's just maybe gotten to the gas a little too soon.
Back live, of course, lap 6 of 60. Chris Carroll leading the way. He's starting to put a little bit of a gap between him and Dave Seats now. 1.5 seconds. Then he got to go back another 3.5 seconds from Dave Seats to find the number 0 of Dustin Ping. However, behind Ping, you got Steven Johnson running in 4th, and Jamie Walker hangs on to the top 5. Mike Hamlin runs 6th with Landon Huffman, who made that bold move on the start. 3 wide. He's running 7th. Dalton Kilrow. You know, Terry, I thought Dalton Kilrow would be somebody we'd see up a little bit further here already.
Yeah, Dalton Kilrow, man. Like I said, he was last season's winner. Right now, he is just, I think he's struggling just a little bit.
Yeah, last season's champion, and like you said, Terry, it's like this season has just not been agreeing with him so far.
Well, right now, I believe Kilroy's got the 1 win, and that was back at our first race at Daytona.
Yeah, but ever since then, I mean, we remember ISM, right? Or Phoenix, I guess I should say, Phoenix. Dalton finished in the top 10, luckily, with a pretty banged up race car.
I don't believe I was here that day. I think I was on vacation.
Oh, of course you were, Terry.
I
remember Dalton finished in like the top 10 with a beat up race car at Phoenix. I remember that. He was leading the modified class. Now, on the flip side of that, we're saying that Dalton's kind of having a rough start to the season, right? Let's go to the driver right behind him, the number 32, Vandy Poliski, who's been having a pretty banger start to this season.
Yeah, Poliski's doing an awesome job this season. I ain't got the points pulled up tonight. But yeah, that 32 car's been out there just giving him heck all season. We've seen him up there in the top 3. Like he said, right now, he is trying to give Kilroy a run for his money.
Yeah, sitting there up inside the top 10, and I mean, that's what you need, consistency, right? You got to be consistent, especially with this new point structure. If you win the race, ladies and gentlemen, that's 185 points. Now, that excludes all the bonus points you can get, but we got a good battle going on here. Mike Hamlin and Landon Huffman, and now that's allowing Kilroy and Poliski to start catching up.
Yeah, I was kind of watching at 23. It looked like he was trying to make his car really wide, but it just wasn't going to hold all 3 of these cars.
And Dalton Kilroy running a groove up here in the carousel, probably trying to get a run here, but that's allowing Poliski to take a peek to the inside and slot back in. Dalton's got a good run down the backstretch, though.
Yeah, Poliski actually kept it tight on the bottom going around that 9th turn there, just like he is right there.
On board with Dalton Kilroy. So Mark Arthur still holds on to 11th. He's another driver, Terry. We haven't really seen him gain any spots here yet. Is he possibly just kind of conserving?
Well, we know Mark, how he is on road courses. He's not a big fan of them, but we've also seen him I've seen him win one with a broken arm or an arm and a cast or whatever the heck it was, but I'm not counting that 12 out by any means.
There's still a long way to go. We're only on lap 9 of 60, and we get that competition caution on lap 25. Now, Terry, did you talk to any drivers before the race? Do we have a possible fuel run?
I did not. I was running behind tonight, so I did not get a chance to go in and talk to the drivers tonight. I am sorry for that.
I would imagine it can't be much longer, right? I mean, at a road course, you're going to use a lot of fuel. I'm thinking at least here in the next 5 laps, we're probably going to see the first round of pit stops.
I would almost say probably somewhere between 10 to 15 laps they would have to stop.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as I see somebody come down pit road, I'll call it out. Chris Carroll on a tear right now, 3.9, now 4 seconds out in front of second place Dave Seats. And these two drivers, Terry, they're kind of in a world of their own right now, because you got to go back at almost another 4 seconds before we get to the 11 of Steven Johnson.
Steven Johnson, we saw him earlier running these guys down. Now he's kind of backed up a little bit. Maybe he says, well, I'll just wait for him to come to me.
And like I said, man, this is a car we're going to have to keep an eye on all season. He's a newcomer this season as well. So he's had a couple of good finishes. He's had some bad luck. Now back up there in third. Dustin Ping, that's my pick tonight. He's running fourth. He's lost that position to Steven Johnson. However, he's, again, kind of in his own world right now. He's got a little bit of a gap in front of him and a little bit back behind him, as we got a battle back here going on for fifth. Huffman next to Walker.
Looks like got a little bit of drag race.
Walker's got the preferred lane going down into one. Will Huffman try to pull the crossover? He's got a good run here. It looks like almost a little bit of contact right there. Remember, Terry, a lot of drivers are going for that 0x bonus points tonight, and see a lot of guys with 1x's, and all that is just touching the grass or going, as you said, out wide in turn one.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. But again, you can have unlimited here. It ain't going to hurt you all that much. But yeah, you swing wide out there coming off that one. That just gives the other guy that chance to get underneath it when you try to come back down on the track.
Now, we just saw Huffman get around Walker, but I tell you what, he's been hanging that car out the past couple of corners, and it looked like Walker had a good run on him out of the carousel there. I'm wondering if that 28 car might have burnt his stuff up a little too soon here. I mean, he is up 6 spots, but he's still got a little ways to go before we get to that competition caution.
Yeah, he's going to have to watch what he does with them tires now. I mean, I think Walker's maybe run him back down.
We take a look here. We got a little battle kind of going on for, looks like 10th, 11th, and 12th. You got Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Mark Arthur, and Ty Morosco.
Man, Chris Carroll out with a 4-second lead over Dave Seats right now. Wow.
Yeah, almost 4.5. He's just being real smooth. If we take a look at last time by, his lap times, Terry, they dropped off almost 2 whole seconds since the start of this race. The best lap time for Chris Carroll was a 1:13.35. Currently running 1:15s right now. Last time by was a 1:15.81, and Dave Seats ran a 1:16.01.
I was looking at time and scoring. Kind of look for the big mover right now. I'd be the 33 of John Perkins, up 11 spots in a 19th spot from the start of the race, 12 laps ago. Hell of a run out of the 33.
Now, I was kind of going down through timing and scoring, and now that the drivers are crossing the line, I want to see what lap times are again. Yeah, that time Johnson was about a second slower than Carroll, but the lap prior to that, Terry, there was 2 drivers that were actually a little bit quicker than Carroll, and it was that 11 of Steven Johnson and the 28 of Landon Huffman.
Well, maybe Carroll got out. Oh, we got pit stops going on, Sam.
I see that. And look at that. It's all teammates and your pick.
Yes, sir.
So that's Joshua Rutherford in the 64, Paul Ellison in the 55, and Corey Rutherford in the number 5, all on pit road.
Oh, Corey overshot his pit just a little bit.
Yeah, it was just enough, and it looks like fuel only for these guys. Yeah, fuel only for everybody. Joshua Rutherford with a good in and out on his stop there, though.
So fuel only on the first time, that's going to give these guys fresh tires from here on out, I would think, on every pit stop.
But here's the question. I mean, we don't know what the fuel run is right now. We saw those guys come down, but they could have been short pitting, kind of like Steven Johnson is right now. Steven Johnson on pit road, Terry.
Steven Johnson at 11 car in that left side on the pit lane.
Mark Arthur as well.
45 mile an hour. Actually, he's only doing 39.
As we take a look at this pretty cool camera here, pit lane. See Steven Johnson there on the left part of your screen. Mark Arthur hitting his pit box, and everybody else still going.
Johnson taking tires.
So, interesting call. But the thing is, are you going to have to pit more than 4 times? Remember, these drivers have 4 sets up on the wall. And what I'm thinking Steven's trying to do here, Terry, is he's trying get these fresh tires on. He thinks everybody else is going to take fuel, so he's going to offset everybody's strategy. He's going to be a little bit quicker here and try to gain as much time as he can on the 14 and the 99 of Carroll.
Which I don't think is going to take very long with them. Carroll's coming down pits.
We were going to see it eventually. He's been out there for about 14 laps, but Dave Seats, he's going to stay out one more lap, Terry. Get those 5 bonus points for leading the lap here tonight at Watkins Glen.
Yes, sir. 5 points for leading the lap. And I think you get 5 points for most laps led, too. As Carroll finally getting down to his pits in that number 1 pit box.
And I'm curious to see what this number 99 does.
Left side's up in the air.
Yeah, I got to fix that. See, it doesn't show me when the cars jack up anymore. It hasn't. Hey, Terry, it hasn't done that since Mark showed me that one tip.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
I don't know if that's what it is, but I'd like to give him crap about it. I'm probably going to change it back after tonight, though. We'll see if that fixes it for next week. So Dave Seats took over the race lead. Dustin Ping now runs second. And Jamie Walker third. Mike Hamlin fourth. Now remember, Mike Hamlin and Dave Seats are teammates, so I expect to see these 2 drivers come down at the same time. Taylor Butcher-Benjamin, he's getting a good run on the number 23 right here. Looks like Mike Hamlin has a little bit of left side damage to that race car. Maybe we can go back and see what happened. Oh, I'm getting word from race control right now, Terry. Landon Huffman, black flag for speeding on pit road.
Oh, man. After what he did in that car, getting up there to 5th place.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we're taking a look at this replay real quick, Terry. This is how Hamlin got that damage. We'll go back and take another look at it. So they go down into the corner. He's side by side with Kilroe. Kilroe looks like he just went in a little too hot and got into the right side of Hamlin. Looks like Kilroe lost it. I mean, that's going to happen. Take a look at it one more time. Yep, and Poliski getting through there. The luck continues for the 32. And then again, luckily, I mean, you know, that lost a lot of time for Kilroe, but he's still in 5th, right? And we're going to get a caution here soon. So,
yeah, lap 25, Sam, we're going to get this caution, and we're going to get these guys racked back up.
Dave Seats brings it down pit road. So right now, Joshua Rutherford, Paul Ellison, and Corey Rutherford, they are all ahead of Steven Johnson. And they all pit on lap 12, and then Steven Johnson on lap 13. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to cycle out, because you also got Mark Arthur, who pit on lap 13 as well, but he's up there in 12th. So are those fresh tires really helping Steven Johnson right now? He is a lot quicker than everybody else, but I'm not sure. We're going to have to see how it plays out. Tanner, oh, I'm sorry, Terry. I just got another race control message. Tanner Marr and Rick Thompson, black flag for speeding on pit road.
Oh, no. Oh, Sam, Donald Bennett in that 31 car. Man, I'm looking over through the pits, and I think they're pushing that thing to the hauler, buddy.
It's a 31 car. Oh, Corey Rutherford. Oh, is he going to luck out? Oh, my God. I'm trying to find his name on timing and scoring here. I lose it when it goes all the way down. I don't think it even gave him. No, it didn't. Here, we're gonna have to just back it up. I know I hate doing this, ladies and gentlemen. It looks so unnatural, but I want to get a replay on that because that was an awesome save by the number 5. Looks like he goes into that corner too hot, gets on the throttle, loses it, saves it, doesn't hit the inside wall, almost comes to pit road, and keeps it going. Good job, Corey Rutherford.
Yeah, he got the binders on that quickly, and lucky he didn't hit the big old yellow water.
Oh, no, though, Terry. I think that gave the 5. It's showing that the 5 has a black flag.
Yeah, I just heard him hollering at the hammer to have him check something out.
I mean, I don't think that deserves to be served, in my opinion. I mean, he got loose. He had to save the race car. And I think what iRacing did is it gave him probably a, what do you call it, unsafe exit, I guess it would be, because he didn't technically come down pit road, but he crossed the commitment line. But he was just trying to save the car. So we'll have to see what the hammer decides on that one.
Well, the hammer says you're good to go, man. Keep racing. Black flag was cleared.
There we go. So he probably felt the same way. And I mean, rightfully so, right? I mean, we caught it live. We saw what happened to him. He just got loose.
So I want to bring somebody, I want you don't have to look at it, but the 46 car, Fred Thompson. Sam, I think this is like the first or second time we've seen Fred Thompson on a road course.
Right now, he's under pressure from Derek Paulson and Ty Barosco. They're trying to get around him. Fred Thompson being scored a lap down. He's trying to get out of the way for these guys. Again, we know how Fred races. He is one of them drivers. He's just out here to race and have a good time.
And you know what? That gave the 41 the advantage over a teammate, Derek Paulson, as Paulson was stuck behind Fred Thompson.
Yeah, and Dalton has a lot of ground he has to make up, at least before this caution comes out. He's got that right side damage. That's probably not helping him. He heated the tires up when he spun, so that's not helping him. So any bit of track position he can get here before we get another round of pit stops under this caution is going to greatly help him.
And something interesting, Sam, as soon as we have this green flag, or I guess a caution, 5 laps after that is the TSP halfway mark.
And right now, Chris Carroll's looking like he might take that almost a 10-second lead. And that's actually a little bit mind-boggling, considering he took tires and so did Dave Seats. But where'd Steven Johnson play out? He was on pit road. He took tires on lap 13. He was actually on pit road for a long time, though, Terry. I'm not sure if maybe something happened at 11 car, but he lost a lot of track position.
Well, we saw the 11 car earlier getting a little squirrely coming around some of these turns. And did he mess up someplace we didn't catch it? It's very possible.
Take a look at, sorry, Terry, but I want to just point out that Jamie Walker, after that round of pit stops, he has found his way back up into 3rd. Dustin Pinghorn on the 4th.
Just ran down Amanda Sherman into 8. She hollered at him, said, "Hey, man, go ahead and go around me on the outside or the inside." She moved over for him. And now he's coming up, looks like I think it's Joe Alberico, I think.
Yeah, Alberico already being scored 2 laps down, or I'm sorry, 1 lap down, about to be 2. Now he's 2 laps down. Amanda Sherman is the first car 1 lap down, and Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, he's the last car in the lead lap right now, back there in 22nd.
As Carroll actually has 2 more up in front of him. He's going to have to contend with here.
So we got 40 laps to go, Terry. We got about 5 laps to go till the competition caution here. What do you say we shout out our sponsors and take a little commercial break before we maybe talk to a driver or 2 under caution?
That sounds good to me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. Stick around.
Shut up and sit down.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, and we're back live here on True Sim Productions, the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to you by Savage Edge Apparel. Everybody go check out savageedge.com. Get yourself a True Sim Productions t-shirt while you're over there.
Yeah, and if you want to order something special from Savage Edge, he'll put your name on anything.
Chris Carroll continues to lead the way. Dave Seats runs second, but Carroll has an 8.5 second gap over the number 14. We're on about 37 laps to go and only a couple laps left before we get that competition caution.
Yeah, Jamie Walker, I just had to click on him. He's just out here biding his time, man, just cruising around his own little pace. Still running third place. About, 10 seconds or so behind Dave Seats.
Yeah, but right behind him, Terry, you got Ping. He's looking to the right-hand side of Walker, almost side-by-side down the front straightaway there.
Yeah, Dustin Payton, new driver in Blazing Pedals in that 0 car, is actually getting underneath Walker.
Making a move to the inside here in turn 1. Doesn't complete the pass. He's going to have to slot back in and try again. Lost a lot of time, too.
Well, you better hurry up if you want to gain some points. Well, I guess we're not doing stages. Never mind.
And there he is, Terry. Number 32. Mr. Where did he come from? Sitting there in 5th.
Every week it seems like.
That's what I'm saying, man. Where did he come from? We were just talking about he was back here running in 9th. That cycle of pit stops happened. He was almost involved with that contact between the 41 and the 23, but he squeaked on through there. And now, Terry, caution flag flies for the competition caution.
Well, that should move everybody around. Oh, 1, 2, 3, about 6 guys. That's going to put them back on the lead lap to get out here and race some more. And remember, if they're not caught up, we will extend the caution.
So maybe it might have been a smart move. It might not have been, but I see Dalton Kilrow on pit road, Terry. And as I say, he's actually 3 laps down. So did something happen to the 41 that we're not aware of?
Something happened to the 41, but he's a commercial or what? Yeah.
I'm going back and looking through the race control program here, and I'm not seeing his name anywhere. Problems for the 41.
Oh, wait a minute. He's in there talking to somebody. I think he's talking to Mike Hamlin about it.
He's been on pit road for a solid 4 minutes already. Is now, I believe, yep, pace car is going to come out. So Carroll's going to pick up the pace car here. And now the thing is that I'm looking at timing and scoring, and I'm seeing everybody's pit stops. They all pit at different laps, trying to gain a little bit of position, what have you. Carroll, tires. Dave Seats, tires. Jamie Walker, fuel only. Dustin Payton, tires. So these guys who took tires versus the ones fuel only, they're going to be able to jump out because they're probably going to get fuel only this time. They're going to be able to get out quicker, I should say.
Yeah, they got about 13, 14 laps on their tires, so I don't see why they'd have to come in to get tires, just fuel. I'll tell you what, I've been listening to Dalton Kilrow, Sam, and he is not happy. Dalton Kilrow is actually in the down there in the infield care center, Sam.
Well, I'll bring him up, Terry, and you can talk to him. There you go.
Dalton Kilrow, how you doing, buddy?
Not too great.
I kind of heard the conversation between you and Mike Hamlin. Can you walk us through what actually happened? Because we didn't get to see it on the broadcast.
Well, what had happened, I don't know if I was saving my tires a little better or what, but I caught up to Mike before him and I had some contacts, and then I got a run on him coming out of the S's, got a little impatient and was trying to go around the outside, and because I was offline, like the marbles, it just got loose, and I ended up hitting him and spinning and cost myself a bunch of time. And then the reason I'm actually out of the race, it wasn't because of that. It's because a couple laps after the pit stops, I money shifted coming to turn 6 like an idiot and blew the engine. So my race is done.
So, oh man, you blew the motor. Are you going to at least stay around to get whatever points you can, or you actually going to put it on the hauler?
But it's 30 plus minutes, and there's only going to be like 15 laps left. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I can gain a spot, I'll get back out there. But you know, it all depends what happens for the race and everybody else.
Well, right now we know Donald Bennett had loaded up and went home, but you are actually above him right now. So, all right, buddy. Well, good luck in that 41, and if anything, we'll see you next week at, I'm not sure where we're at next week.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but wherever it is, it's going to be better than here. So.
Well, we are actually going to be at the Magic Mile, bud, in New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire. I thought you were about to say Milwaukee or something like that. Whew, okay, New Hampshire. That's much better. I will gladly take New Hampshire.
All right, bud. Well, take care, and maybe we'll get to talk to you next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Sorry about that, Terry. I was trying to fix something audio. I was trying to fix something audio-wise on my end there real quick. That was Dalton Kilroe, driver of the number 41. You heard it there. We're watching pit exit. Looks like Chris Carroll won the race off pit road. So everybody's trying to catch back up to the pace car.
Bad night for that 41, last season's winner here at Watkins Glen. And you heard the disappointment in his voice, everyone. He's not happy with himself doing that money shift and blowing that motor.
Well, you know what, Terry? I hate to do it, but I'm going to. I'm going to bring up Andy Poliski.
Okay.
Give me 1 second here. Andy Poliski, driver the number 32. Sam and Terry in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, man, we've been calling you Mr. Where Did He Come From? You're up there in 5th. You're having a good run. You've been having a good season. What's the plan here tonight?
Hopefully just keep it between the lines and get a good finish here. I don't know that I have enough speed for the guys in front of me, but we'll definitely give it a shot.
All right, man. Well, hey, if you could, how many laps are you guys doing on fuel?
Between 15 and 16, so it's going to be close.
It's going to be close. All right, man. Well, hey, you're doing a good job out there. Like I said, we're calling you Mr. Where Did He Come From? Out there having a good run in 5th. Good luck to you in the rest of the race, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Get him back down to his team there. Now his driver, the number 32, Andy Poliski. And Terry, I'm testing something because he's the one that's kind of had the luck this season. We're going to see if that broadcaster curse is real.
All righty. Andy, if you play this back, it was not my call.
It was all Terry's idea. And don't let him
Right?
tell you any different.
So I'm sitting riding along with Carol, and I just happened to see as they was coming around turn 1, the back of the field was just come out of turn 1. They have got a long way to go to catch up to this pack.
Well, we know that Garrett's up in the booth if he has to extend it 1 lap. I mean, he might, so we'll have to just keep an eye on that. So far, it doesn't look like the lights are coming back on, so looks like everybody's going to be able to get caught back up here. We had a couple of drivers, Terry. Paul Ellison, Rutherford, Corey, Rutherford, all these guys, they came down pit road there on lap 28. So a little strategy being played. They're going to be able to go a lap longer now, at least.
All right, Sam. The Hammer has extended this by a lap. He's going to let these guys in the back catch up.
Kind of figured that's why we got live race control, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to give everybody a fair, I want to say advantage, but everybody a fair shot. And when you can't catch the field before they go green, that's not necessarily having a fair shot.
Yeah, it looks like the 76 of Rick Thompson, the 83 of Alberico. Alberico's way behind. He's just going to have to. He's going to have to put the gas down.
Yeah, the Hammer's probably only going to give them 1 lap to sort it out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sam. That is. Yeah, Alberico's just now getting into the bus stop to where these guys are coming down. Where are they at? Oh, turn 2. Make your way up the hill here. Make that little bit of a jog left into turn 3. I always call this a bridge right here. Well, because it actually is a bridge. And you get the slight turn to the right.
Really?
And,
you don't say, Terry.
I was always told it wasn't a bridge. I've never really looked at it. And it is a bridge.
So we are at halfway. Chris Carroll is the race leader, so he's going to be getting the True Sim Productions halfway award tonight. Because we are under caution when we take the green. Carroll's going to cross the line at lap 31, so. Now going down through timing and scoring, everybody took tires under caution there, Terry, so no strategy of trying to gain track position here tonight. Everybody wants them fresh tires.
Oh, they all want to give Chris Carroll a run for his money, as Alberico now is getting into the bus stop, and the Hammer did say he will not extend this again, so Alberico is going to have to drive.
And they're going down the backstretch right now, so he might not be able to catch the back of the field.
He is actually catching up to the back of the field, Sam. And he's caught him.
We're coming out of the final turn. Field in the hands of Chris Carroll once pace car's down.
And Sam Dalton Kilrow has loaded that 41 up on the hauler. He's heading home.
Down in the restart zone, and what in the world is the 28 doing? He's going 3 wide, and I guarantee we're going to be seeing a penalty there from the Hammer.
Oh, and he turns to 32.
Well, there it is, proof. Broadcaster's curse is 100% real. Poliski, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 28 into the 32.
Yeah.
Turned Poliski back.
I mean, at 28, he changed lanes well before the start-finish line. I'm not sure what was going on there. He's real loose coming up over the hill there, all over the back bumper of the 3 of Corey Sherman. I'm keeping an eye.
Oh, the 28 blew the bus stop.
Okay. Well, it looks like that, I think he did that kind of intentionally there, Terry, and Alt F forward, I think. I hate to use that terminology, but I think that's what happened, because I see on timing and scoring.
He absolutely did.
I don't know if you heard from race control if the Hammer was about to give him the penalty or not.
I'm listening to it right now. He was going to penalize him for it, but since he did leave, there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, while all that was going on, how about Dave Seats to the race lead? Or got around Chris Carroll. He's starting to pull away now, Terry.
Yeah, Dave Seats finally has to look at the back of another car that's leading him through this track.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if maybe we can get a replay on the restart. I'm trying to see if I can't go back and see what happened.
Oh, you go ahead and do that. Carroll, man, comes through the S's.
Oh, they made contact.
Carroll's underneath Seats trying to get that position back. He does get it back, but he had to work at it and actually tap Seats just a little bit, got him loose.
Yeah, they definitely made contact there through the carousel. Good battle up here. I mean, Carroll got around him pretty quickly, too. Let's go back and see what happened on that restart. So we get out in the corner. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just calamity from the start. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, kind of black and white in our rule book here for Blazing Pedals, ladies and gentlemen. You can't change lanes before the start-finish line, and 28.
It looks like he passed 3 or 4 cars.
Yeah, he passed. He got all the way up to Poliski, so he passed about 6 cars. And he got around Dees, Paulson, all these guys. Down into the corner. Goes to the inside of Poliski.
Yeah, he passed 2 or 3 cars before he got to the start-finish line.
Yeah, it's just, it's unfortunate for the 32. Well, you know, he's back here in 20th there. He had damage. He's back in it. He's just going to have to get into a rhythm here with 28 laps to go. I mean, there's going to be no more cautions. So he's just trying to salvage this night.
Man, what a bad night for Andy Plisky after we talked to him.
I feel bad. Yeah, I feel horrible. That's the broadcaster's curse right there in a nutshell.
And Sam, you know just as well as I do, once something like that happens, especially on a road course, it's hard to get that out of your head and remember you still have a race to run.
Chris Carroll maintains the race lead. He's got about a second gap over Dave Seats right now with Dustin Ping running in third. I tell you what, Terry, my pick's doing a good job.
And Palisky in that 32, I keep watching him. He is well overdriving that 32 car, man. Yeah, he is really upset still, but he's trying to work on Brad Collins in that 22, trying to make his way around him. But Collins ain't going to get laid over for him, that's for sure.
Steven Johnson has found his way up into fourth, trying to run down that 0 car. And somebody who I thought be running a little bit better, honestly, here at the Glen Terry is that 88 car. I mean, he's not having a bad run. He's still in the top 5, but we normally see him up near the front at these road courses.
Yes, we do. And again, like I said, last season he had, I think, led 29 laps of this race, but had engine problems and had to take it home early. And I did happen to see Dalton Kilroe. Evidently, they didn't leave. It wasn't his hauler I seen leaving, so he is still here.
Johnson to the inside of Ping there, going down into 1. Couldn't get the power down, had to slot back in. Ping holds on to third.
Newcomer in that 0 car, getting challenged by Johnson right now in that 11 car. See what happens when we get down there to this bus stop.
Hey, 11's got a good run here. Just kind of stays in line. He made the move down the front stretch into 1. A little sideways there through the bus stop. Pretty much everybody's been sideways through the bus stop, though.
He had all 4 tires on them rumble strips.
He's going to run way wide, too. So that's the weird thing here, Terry, with iRacing and Watkins Glen. You go down into turn 1, we've seen it in real life. Those guys, they'll use up all of that racetrack. Now, you're going to get an X if you do that here in turn 1. But that turn right there coming out of the carousel is fair game.
Yeah, you can take that thing all the way out. Ooh, that's Ping got a little sideways coming out of there. Looks like we got guys pitting already.
Ty Morosco on pit road. He has a meatball flag, Terry. Something happened to the 1 and the 6. Let's go back and see if we can't see what happened. Oh, Derek Paulson lost it in the carousel. Came up, got into his teammate, 2 of his teammates. Oh, that was such slight contact for the 1, too, and it just killed his motor. So Ray there comes up, gets into the 17. Dees loses it. I think Dees was able to get out of there pretty clean for the most part.
I believe that 6 is well under power right now, Sam. I just seen 2 cars go bound him. One of them being the 12.
Well, I got word from race control that they had meatball flags, so I wanted to go back and see what happened. And yeah, I mean, the contact between the 6 and the 1, it killed the 1's engine. So not sure if we'll be seeing him in the infield care center or not.
And I don't think the 6 has, it can't drive. I don't think it can get the turns.
I was also informed by race control that the 6 also got a meatball flag from that as well. And I mean, yeah, that car is mangled. Still out there turning laps, but it is mangled.
Now we usually see these MFRD guys. They're 1, 2, 3, 4 most, most weekends. Not tonight.
Chris Carroll's starting to catch up to some lap traffic. He's on the back bumper of the 83 of Joe Alberico.
Looks like the next car for Carroll to catch is 24 Lawson.
Yeah, and Sam Lawson, the governor, currently being scored. He's actually the last car in the lead lap right now, Terry, in 19th.
He needs to get that TSP up there and do something with it.
Well, remember, you also get bonus points, Terry, for 0x, and right now I'm only showing a couple of drivers right now. Dave Seats being one of them. Got a 0. Joshua Rutherford, 0. Taylor Butcher Benjamin and Mark Arthur, all 0s.
And
hold on, I got word from
22 laps to go.
I got word from race control, Terry. We got an incident here. We got to go back and take a look. It was between Joe Alberico and the number 11. Oh my goodness! And the bad luck continues for Steven Johnson.
Oh wow!
So Seats kind of goes in there, locks the brakes up a little bit. And I didn't know if Alberico knew where Johnson was going to go after Seats got around him. But Johnson tries to go to the outside, and they just make contact, and he goes around. Unfortunately, he has to stop. He has to get the thing spun around. Luckily, I don't think it hurt him all that much.
Right now, Johnson's actually sitting in his pits.
Yeah, he definitely got some good damage from that. He had to have, as Chris Carroll now works his way around Fred Thompson. Got his way around Sam Lawson, as Dave Seats working around Lawson right now.
Steve Johnson must not have had too much damage, Sam. He's already down and out, man. He's coming around turn 1 as we speak.
Well, he doesn't want to go another lap down right now. I mean, he's already lost a lap. He's got some pretty significant damage to the left front of that race car. Real loose coming up over the hill.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got 22 laps to go. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
shut up and sit down.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
We're back live here on truesimproductions. Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series brought to you by Savage Edge Apparel. And Chris Carroll continues to lead the way with Dave Seats, about 4.5 seconds back.
Back here behind him, Jamie Walker just biding his time, man, just driving around, trying to make some laps up here.
I'm looking at lap times, comparing them between Seats and Carroll, and it seems like Carroll got out to this lead here, and he's kind of stalled out a little bit because Seats is running pretty identical lap times to Carroll right now. Walker actually was the fastest out of the top 5 the last time across the line. He ran a 1:14.83 compared to the race leader's 1:15.27, so Walker's found something.
Yeah, and that zero, Dustin Peng, man, out there holding his own. Brand new driver here, Blazing Pedals. Welcome to the league here, Dustin.
Yeah, doing a good job here tonight, sitting there in 4th, top 5 right now. And speaking of top 5, Mark Arthur, he's up there in the top 5. And we say that Dustin Peng is going to bring the number 0 down pit road, Terry. One of the first drivers to bring him down. We're going to be seeing flag pit stops now.
Yeah, I'm going to run along with Dustin and see what he does here on his pit stop as he makes his way all the way down to that third pit box at 40 mile an hour.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin now takes over the 5th spot. And Terry, your pick, Paul Ellison up to 6th. Now remember, we saw the work in progress, guys. We saw Paul Ellison, Corey Rutherford, Josh Rutherford. They all came down on lap 28, the second lap of that caution, to take a little bit of extra fuel. They can go a little bit longer than everybody else.
Yeah, Dustin Peng actually took tires and fuel there, so we know he's going to have to stop. He's going to have to stop, I think, Sam, at least one more time.
Well, remember, we asked Poliski how many laps I could do. He said it'd be about 15 laps, 16 laps. So it seems like
that's going to be pushing it.
Dustin Peng's going to be pushing it for sure. He's going to have to save a little bit of fuel here on these earlier laps. He's short pit everybody. As I say that, I mean, we got race leaders on pit road. Chris Carroll, Dave Seats, Jamie Walker, Mark Arthur, all bringing it down pit side.
I'm right along Ellison. I want to see what he's going to do here, too. He's actually coming down along with the 23 of Hamlin.
Yeah, and I think that was a smart move by Ellison. You don't want to stay out too long. You don't want these guys to kind of overshoot you once you make your pit stop. So I think coming down once he saw the leaders were on pit road was a smart call.
Carroll, Seats, and Walker all take tires.
Well, and here's the biggest thing, Terry. Now, we were saying that the 55 came down and he had a little bit more fuel. So when he's in his pit box here, he's going to be able to get out a little bit quicker because he's not going to have to fill that tank as much.
Right. I believe he took tires there too. So I think everybody's taking that last set of tires. I bet they all have at least one left too.
I think everybody's got at least one left right now. And you know, you might as well take them. I mean, I was thinking that maybe, oh, Chris Carroll screws up the bus stop. He hit that curb. He went in. He didn't lose it. He lost a lot of time, though. Them new tires not being friendly to that 99.
Now you got to let them things come around.
We got 15 laps to go. It's about to be 14 here. Dave Seats 4.5 seconds back from Chris Carroll. Jamie Walker runs third.
Mark Arthur, I think, didn't he come into the pits in 5th? Actually made up a spot somewhere. He's now in 4th place.
Goes to the inside of Derek Paulson right there, trying to stay on the back bumper of Dustin Ping.
That number 6 car, Derek Paulson, it is beat up.
Yeah, but he's hanging tough. Still out there turning laps. Sitting in 17th right now. Every point's going to matter. You know, if he would have stopped and not kept running that race car, Terry, he might have lost 2 points. Could have been the deciding factor, him getting into the playoffs later in the season.
Absolutely.
That's something we've been preaching since the start of the season, ladies and gentlemen. We're only 7 races into a 32 race season. Back up front, Chris Carroll. He's still working with that left front damage. Doesn't seem to be affecting him all that much, though.
I'm actually going through the field, Sam, and see if we have anybody challenging anybody, but man, I'm not seeing nothing.
Everybody's pretty much spread out right now, and that's something we were expecting to see on a road course, right? You're racing the racetrack more than you're racing anybody else. And as we saw right there, Chris Carroll, a little slip up again coming out of the final corner. He wiggled a little bit through the center of that corner.
I think Chris Carroll's got a nice little bit of lead, about 3 3/4 seconds over Dave Seats. You don't want to be screwing up too much because I think Dave Seats can capitalize on it.
Oh, he most certainly can, considering the last time by, he was about 5/10 quicker than race leader Chris Carroll. Jamie Walker was only about 2/10 quicker as we go up the hill.
Looks like Carroll now stuck behind the 8 car of Amanda Sherman. That's actually helping Seats. Amanda Sherman did actually move over for him.
Seats working his way around Poliski. And every time I take a look at that 32 car, Terry, it just breaks my heart.
Yeah, mine too, man. It's just a bad break for the 32 and Poliski tonight.
It was also not even his doing. It was just completely uncalled for. Dustin Ping still holds on to 4th. He's about, 10.5 seconds behind Jamie Walker. I don't think he's going to be able to make up that much ground in 12 laps to take a podium here tonight.
No, I just watching Walker get around that 32 car. He's got a bunch of right front damage on that 32 car, Sam.
Oh man, Philip Van Fleet hard into the outside wall.
Oh, I'm glad you caught that because I started to say it, but I got choked up.
What happened here? Let's go back and take a look. Oh, Rick Thompson, he gets around the 89, going up the hill.
Oh, man.
And then he loses it, hits the inside wall, comes back up, and the Dutchman nowhere to go.
Yeah, both him and Van Fleet both blocking the high side of that track as they got drivers coming by him.
Oh, and it looks like more problems for the 6 of Derek Paulson. Oh, wow. He's already got issues right here. Let's see if we can't back it up. See what happened to the 6. Either the engine let go on its own or he money shifted there through the corner. Hard to tell.
Well, the way the back end comes around like that, Sam, I would almost say he downshifted and blew it.
Chris Carroll still leads the way. We got 11 laps to go.
But Dave Seats have cut that lead almost in half.
It's down to 1.7 seconds, and Chris Carroll starting to catch up to the back of Joshua Rutherford. Joshua Rutherford being scored a couple of laps down. Or 1 lap down, I should say.
Yeah, 1 lap down at the moment. Brother Corey Rutherford up there in the 12th place.
Chris Carroll
up
has
8 spots.
Some pretty significant front end damage that we might have missed as well. I want to go back and see. They come up through. Oh, this is also, he got into the back of Brad Collins. Collins was slowing up for the wreck in front of him, and Carroll just got into the back of Collins. So
yeah, I heard Collins hollering out, but I wasn't for sure who it was on because, again, I got your voice and their voice come through my head at the same time.
Well, Terry, that's got to be concerning for the number 99 because we know front end damage to these race cars is not good. That car's going to run hot.
Yeah, I was going to say, these things will get hot as the 64 Rutherford moves over a little bit and let the 99 get by, as well as the 24 of Lawson. And these lap cars are actually helping Dave Seeds catch up to Chris Carroll.
That damage, I think, has to be hurting Carroll. I mean, like I said, that's pretty significant front end damage. He's going to have to maintain temperatures. And Dave Seeds, he's going to have to get around Joshua Rutherford pretty quickly here. He is gaining ground, though. He was much quicker than Carroll last time by, 114.8 to Carroll's 115.1. So about 2-3 tenths quicker.
Carroll coming up on Alberico again. Oh, is Alberico? Oh, we got a car with engine.
Oh my goodness!
Problems, the electrical problems at 46.
Chris Carroll is just, I mean, he put it 3 wide right there, trying to get around Alberico and Fred Thompson, trying to put the distance between him and Seats, and it worked.
Seats having a hard time getting around to 46 of Fred Thompson.
Fred moves out of the way.
Rutherford takes advantage of it, also follows Seats past him, as Seats now has to work on the 83 of Alberico.
And Jamie Walker is now right on the back bumper of Seats. Walker was much faster than Carroll last time by as well. Let's see what it is this time. 8 laps to go.
And you know Carroll's looking at his relative meter and wondering, man, what am I going to have to do now with this damage? I got guys coming up, coming up catching me.
Jamie was the fastest car out of the top 3, but Carroll got out to 3-second lead over Dave Seats now. It's a long gap to close.
So with Walker running the way he was, early in this stint on his tires, did he save a little bit to where he can run him down?
It's very possible.
So we had somebody parked on the track, but they got out of there. That was Paulson in the 6th.
Watching this battle for second. Jamie Walker is there. Only a 4/10 gap separates them. They're starting to run down Carroll, though. 2.7 seconds.
Yeah, even with Seats behind the lap traffic like he did, there was about a 3-second gap. Now all of a sudden, Seats is starting to run him down again.
We're going to have to compare lap times as Carroll crosses the line this time by. It's going to be 7 laps to go. Carroll blew up. Carroll's got problems. He's smoking going into turn 1.
Oh, no.
Chris Carroll with issues. He's keeping it going. Jamie Walker and Dave Seats are catching him, but Carroll is smoking. Problems for the 99.
Yep, he just said he is blowing up.
And Dave Seats now goes around Chris Carroll. Jamie Walker all over the back bumper. And this race just changed completely.
Bad night for Carroll, getting into the back of the 22 earlier and just causing that thing to heat up and blow up.
So now can Dave Seats hold on for another 7 laps, or can Jamie Walker run him down and take home a win? Dave Seats going for his first one in the series.
Man, that's sad for that 99 tonight.
Shaping up to be a typical Watkins Glen finish here, Terry. Oh, Seats gets loose coming out of the final corner. Jamie looked a lot more sturdy. He's got a good run here. He's not going to take advantage of it, though. He's going to hang right behind the 14 going down into 1.
I say it, with Chris Carroll being out like he is, that's going to give Dustin Ping a podium.
Mark Arthur moves up to 4th, but we got to keep an eye up here. I know there's 6 laps to go. Seats gets loose going up the hill. Jamie also gets a little loose all over the back bumper down the, I don't even know, what is that? Back straightaway, front straightaway? Who knows? The straightaway down into the bus stop. We're going to be side by side. Dave Seats is going to block it off. He blocked off that entry.
I'm kind of watching the smoke come off of Seats' car there. He brakes later than Walker does, so he was able to keep that speed going in there to that bus stop.
I think Jamie's just trying to keep the pressure on right now. Just maybe make that 14 car make a mistake. Out of the final corner. Oh, Walker got a little loose there.
And I think Seats went a little wider than he wanted to, but still Walker getting a little sideways didn't matter.
5 laps to go. Little bobble from the 14 through 1.
88,
yep. Oh, man. Getting word from race control, the number 3 at Corey Sherman got speeding off of pit road. So we keep an eye out for this battle for the lead. Walker looks to the inside. Seats covers it off.
Seats still late braking in that bus stop.
Yeah, I saw the little bit of smoke right there, but it seems to be working out for him right now. Little wiggle coming out of the carousel. Walker's got a little bit of a run here. I think they're catching up to some lap traffic too, Terry.
Well, we see Carroll have the problem with the lap traffic. Seats wasn't having the problem as Carroll did. So we're going to see what the lap traffic's going to do with these guys.
Good run out of the final corner for the number 88. Seats continues to lead. 4 laps to go. On board with the 14 down into 1.
14 goes a little wide.
Seems like Seats might be a little bit better through the first half of the racetrack, whereas Walker's better through the second half. Last time by, Walker was about 0.3 quicker than Seats. Oh, Seats flirted with the grass a little bit there coming off the hill. Back down into the bus stop.
Oh, Jamie!
Walker.
Oh, man.
Oh, big sideways. Loose. Yeah, that's going to hurt him. Dave Seats might have just got the gift he wanted. He's still got to be clean for 3 more laps, though.
I did take a peek back here in 4th place of Mark Arthur trying to run down Dustin Ping. He's got a long way to go and a very short time to get there. Man, Dave Seats doing an awesome job out here, trying to stay in front of that 88 car. Jamie Walker really needs that 14 to mess up somehow to get back up onto that back end of that car.
Yeah, he's 1.2 seconds out right now. 3 laps to go. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen. He could close that here at a road course, especially with Seats catching up to some lap traffic here. I can't tell who that is in front of him. It looks like the 43 of Larry Bell.
It is.
He's just got to be smooth here because Walker hasn't really closed the gap a whole lot here. 1.13 seconds now.
Going down there to turn 11, I believe. They got some. Oh, Walker again sideways coming off the 11.
Yeah, he's pushing it really hard, trying to catch up to Dave Seats right now. 2 laps to go. Seats coming up on some traffic. Him and Walker both are going to have to make quick work of these guys. Fred Thompson moves out of the way for Walker. Now they're catching up to Larry Bell. Gap now 1 second. 2 laps to go here still.
Kind of watching the time and scoring, Sam. Looks like Seats is quicker in the turns, and Walker's got it on the straightaways. Dave Seats still got Larry Bell to contend with in that 43 car.
Goes to the left-hand side of him, gets around him. Now Walker's going to have to make a move. Oh, that's not going to help.
Oh, Bell blocks.
Oh, man, probably not sure which way Jamie was going to go. Now Seats out of the final corner. Going to be white flag in the air for the number 14. Can he win for the first time in this series? One more clean lap. Walker 1.5 seconds back. I don't think he's going to have enough time.
Walker really needs that 14 to mess up somewhere to catch them. Lap traffic played a big part tonight in Walker.
It did. Dave Seats was able to make his way around it, whereas Jamie Walker wasn't able to do it. Final time to the bus stop. Nice and clean for the 14. Walker trying to do everything he can. Gap shrinks a little bit, but 1.5 seconds is going to be hard to close here in 3 corners. Two more corners to go. And through the final corner, we're going to have a first-time winner here in Blazing Pedals. Give it to the number 14 of Dave Seats.
And Dustin Ping is now starting to cross the line. He will take a home with 3rd place newcomer.
Mark Arthur in 4th. Mike Hamlin, top 5. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in 6th. Paul Ellis in 7th. Brian Dees 8th. John Perkins 9th.
Now we still got a race going on back here, Sam.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and talk to our third place driver. Let's go ahead and get him up here. And that's newcomer Dustin Ping in the number 0. He comes home third place tonight. And Dustin, pretty good run out there for your first time, huh?
Yeah, kind of unexpected, really.
Well, hey, what did you see out there? I mean, you kind of started near the back, not near the back, but you were in 5th place or so, kind of to work your way up, pit stops, kind of walk me through it.
I actually started 3rd, so I finished where I started. No, it's pretty good racing. Just battling for positions and just trying to wait to get to pit stops, basically.
So you got anything for the newcomer? I kind of took your interview there.
That's all right. Well, Dustin, welcome to Blazing Pedals, man. I mean, I hope you enjoyed the racing. Next week, we are actually heading to the Magic Mile up in New Hampshire and see what you can do when you do just left turns.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good racing. I'm kind of not used to this, so it's very enjoyable.
Well, congratulations on that 3rd place. We always do this too. We ask the driver, who do you have on your card you want to give a shout out for tonight?
Yeah, I got Conrad Group and Actipa and Blackhawk Motorsports.
Okay, and I'll send you a message later about other sponsors. So we'll get you back down to where you was, bud. Congratulations on that 3rd place.
Thank you.
3rd place finisher Dustin Ping, and I'm catching up now with 2nd place finisher Jamie Walker. And Jamie, maybe pushing it a little bit too hard right there, trying to run down seats.
Yeah, and then some lap traffic got in the way. I just kind of like, well, all right, there was my shot. I got to back it down and at least get the top podium spot here and just cool my calm, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you were running pretty good, consistent lap times there. You were catching them, and you had a pretty good shot there at it. I mean, what was the deciding factor? Was it maybe pushing too hard, or do you feel that the lap cars might have played a bigger factor than that?
It's a little bit of both. I think, you know, I kept telling myself, like, look, this is going to be a good points night. Just don't do something stupid, you know? And so I just like, all right.
Well, hey, man, you moved up 2 spots since the start of the race. You started back there in 4th, managed to get home a 2nd place finish here tonight at Watkins Glen. Another good points night for the number 88. Who we got to shout out tonight?
Of course, we got to thank CRG Graphics, Butt Kicker. Who else we got? We got MFRD Designs, all kinds of guys. Mountain Dew, Savage Edge, just all you guys up in the booth. Just can't thank you guys enough.
All right, Jamie, we'll go ahead and let you get back down there, and congratulations again on 2nd place.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
And that was 2nd place finisher Jamie Walker. And Terry, I believe you're catching up with the race winner.
Dave Seach, Terry and Sam got us.
I do.
Man, hell of a race out of that 14 car tonight, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. I was sweating my ass off. That was fun.
Well, walk us through kind of these last few laps, because I think that's where you actually capitalized. I know Carroll blew a motor, but you had to stay out in front of that 88.
Yes, I did. I had a pretty, comfortable gap, about 3 seconds, and then I caught some lap traffic in the bus stop, and it all evaporated. And the last 10 laps or so, keeping him behind me was quite the challenge, because I know how fast Jamie is, and he's a hell of a racer. So just tried to be clean and not make any mistakes, just to bring this 14 home.
Yeah, at one point, coming down toward the end there, you was like 3.09 above Jamie. Then he cut it down to like 0.97, then you just take off. I think that had a lot to do with the lap traffic, but
I lost it all in the bus stop, all of it. It was bad, but it's unfortunate, but you have to be super careful. Don't damage the car through there and take our lumps. And then in the end of the race, lap traffic kind of helped me out on the last lap, gave me a little bit of a cushion. So lap goes both ways.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, you're walking out of here tonight with a heck of a points, taking a whole bunch of points. You're one of them that got away with the 0X, so, I mean, that's going to give you 10 bonus points right there alone. So congratulations on that. Who you got on the car tonight you want to thank?
First, I want to thank the league sponsors, MF Racing Designs, Butt Kicker, Savage Edge, you guys for doing the broadcast every week. And then on the car, I got Mishmash Gaming and Full Send Graphics that does the paints for us.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations. Next week we head to the Magic Mile up in New Hampshire. Maybe we'll get to talk to you up there next week.
Oh, we'll see. I mean, road course is definitely where I have more fun, but I'll do what I can. It's a short track, so maybe I can do all right.
Yeah, all you gotta do is turn left a few times.
Right? Turn left, don't crash.
That's right, buddy. All right, we'll get you back down to your team, and again, congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Have yourself a good evening.
That was race winner Dave Seats, first time winner here tonight for the Blazing Pedal Series. And Terry, that pretty much does it for us here tonight. What do you think?
I think we had a heck of a race here at Watkins Glen. I like this one a lot better than we did at Sonoma. But we had some pretty good racing all over this track. And, I mean, look what happened right there at the end. We got a car blow up. 3 cars get to come home. Moved up a spot.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen. I mean, Carroll thought he might have had it sealed, but I even mentioned it when he got that front end damage, Terry. We were going to have to keep an eye on him, and lo and behold, that engine let go. So Dave Seats falling into a win here tonight, but hey, put himself in position to do it. So great job taking home your first win here, Dave. Congratulations. Jamie Walker coming home in second. Dustin Ping, a newcomer, first time race tonight, coming home third. Mark Arthur fourth, and Mike Hamlin rounds out the top 5. And the rest of your results are on screen up to 18th, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it for us here tonight on True Sim Productions. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.